Alright, how we doing, folks? Your boy Marco's 22 survive numbers after the name of a little Wasteland Wednesday action right here, man. A little murder game. It's just Pipeline, I believe the name of the map is. Don't quote me. I don't really know my Modern Warfare maps that well. I'm pretty sure it's Pipeline, though. This map's cool, man. It's got like a bunch of just, it's unbelievable, man. If you watched yesterday's video, I had some clothing issues that I purchased a little bit too sized. My girl was like, don't worry, man, I'll wear it. Alright, man. That's how it is, man. Instead of like helping, trying to find a refill on something, we just gonna wear it. Okay. Ice cold, man. Ice cold out there, man. People just trying to take everything. Hey, you sure it was a waste of time? I'm getting my ass killed over here, Salt, man. I think I ended up killing it, but boy, am I getting marked over here at the beginning of this match. I want to talk a little bit more about, expand a little bit more on the World War II rumors that are circulating, at least as the time I recorded this video a couple Fridays ago, or well, a couple Fridays ago, the previous Friday. And, you know, I want a little bit of negative Nancy, I think, in yesterday's video, and rightfully so, just because there really isn't too much positive for me to say about the Call of Duty franchise right now, the way it kind of is. But I think going back to boots on the ground, World War II, I don't necessarily know if going back to World War II is necessary. I think that's kind of an extreme push. You could have easily made, but I think they've been kind of reluctant, you know. You could have easally made Call of Duty Vietnam or Call of Duty, I don't know, Modern Warfare, like, again, like, you know, just name it a different convention, you know, Call of Duty Today, you know, stuff like that. So I think there's a bunch of stuff they could have done without rehashing World War II. But I'm a World War II kind of guy, so I like it. I enjoy learning about that conflict, and I enjoy it, so it's going to be dope. And for me, I'm very curious. To me, a lot of what's going to happen is in terms of the gunplay, man. Like, what kind of weapons you're going to bring to the table, man. Because if you're going to try to sell this thing to the masses, man, and have people playing constantly, I don't think a World at War game could fly. And if you go and think back, I don't think people remember this, man, but when World at War came out, like, it was not like the hottest thing on earth. Now, it sold, like, it sold, man, I'm trying to remember. I don't think it sold. The top 3 grossest called, I think like Ghosts like sold more than World at War 2. I think it may have been like Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Ghosts may have been like the top 3. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Either way, though, I do remember, though, even though it sold, and I actually got my Xbox around the time World at War came out, there was a significant amount of people that stayed and played Modern Warfare that did not go to World at War. They tried it out and they said, no way. Like, I'm not going to go shoot the single shooter crap. I'm not going to go, like, use this crappy ass gun. And I vividly remember having conversations with friends of mine telling me, he's like, yo, why would you play that, man? Weapons there are trash, bro. Like, Modern Warfare, like, that's more modern, you know? Like, why are you going to the old shit? And I liked it. That's why I played it. And I still play it to this day. But all that didn't disappear over the years, you know. It's just a matter of, I guess, how Sledgehammer speeds things up and moves things along. So it's going to be a difficult balance, I think, for him to find that fast-paced, arcade-type Call of Duty gameplay that we've been looking for ever since, you know, I want to say, like, Black Ops 2 kind of set that standard of what Call of Duty needs to hit, and it hasn't hit it since. Maybe Black Ops 2 is the closest, but that kind of got diluted with the supply drop stuff and just the movement and whatnot. In all fairness, when I look back at my time on Black Ops 3, like, I liked the game a lot. I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I don't regret playing it for one bit. But every time I played, every time I got popped by somebody who just happened to boost at the right time or do this or that, like, it's just like, that's that stuff that I don't want to be dealing with. If I wanted to be dealing with that, I'd be playing Halo. And you go further back when this, like, advanced movement system started, man. So we had, and I mean, it had to be in the works, but like, Respawn kind of split from Infinity Ward, or you know, the guys that made Respawn split from Infinity Ward somewhere in the Modern Warfare 3 cycle. That's when Sledgehammer came in to help them out, either before or during, or I think it might have been during, but around that time. And immediately Titanfall was like on the boards, like, hey man, he's going to be working on Titanfall, advanced movement, and you know, all of a sudden it was like, hey, Titanfall, like, Titanfall was sold as Titanfall is the game that was going to kill Call of Duty, like, Call of Duty is going to be stuck in the past, and Titanfall is going to be in the future, ha ha ha. And I remember thinking that, and I was like, nah, not really. To me, there's never been really a challenge to Call of Duty, because mechanically speaking, Call of Duty is what we've grown to. I don't want to say it's the best shooter out there necessarily, because I've understood that there's other shooters that have good mechanics and good systems as well. A good pros and cons compared to Call of Duty, but it established what a good shooter should feel like. And to me, no one's ever hit that bar since. And the advanced movement system, to me, deteriorated that. It took away from the positives that Call of Duty had and turned it into stuff that it wasn't, you know. And that's why boots on the ground is such a powerful slogan now. It's boots on the ground. Like, that's like the Call of Duty that we grew up with. That's the Call of Duty that we know. That's the Call of Duty that we want. And I think that in that sense, going back to World War II and going back to boots on the ground, that's already an automatic win, because we're all going to go back to playing stuff we wanted to. And check this out, man. I can't believe the Claymore and the... gosh. And that's why I don't know the player bases right now for Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered. I'll be shocked if there's not more people playing Modern Warfare Remastered that are playing Infinite Warfare. There's also some future multiplayer fatigue in terms of your games like Destiny, Call of Duty, Titanfall, I don't know, Halo, like stuff like that. Like there's a lot of them. Like Call of Duty didn't really need to enter that realm. And I've always thought it was kind of strange that they even did, with Destiny being an Activision property, you know, Bungie kind of publishing that through Activision and whatnot, developing with Activision as publisher. You got your future franchise, similar to what like EA did this fall, where they released Titanfall 2 and they released Battlefield 1. They're like, hey man, here's your boots on the ground and here's your future. It's up to you, whatever the hell you want to do. I never understood why Call of Duty wasn't doing that. You do the Destiny, right? That's it. You're kind of quasi MMO, not really, but a little bit MMO, futuristic shooter, and then we give you Call of Duty, like the real deal. And Call of Duty's always going to outsell Destiny. I'm pretty confident in saying that, even though I'm very curious to see what Destiny 2 numbers look like and what Destiny's player base looks like in Destiny 2 and what they bring to the table, because it's going to be, I imagine it's going to be a highly improved version of the Destiny that we got, at least the original, like vanilla Destiny, and it may just be chalk with what Destiny ended up being after the Taken King and after those expansions, where it kind of turned itself into a better game. And though I still think it's a little bit empty, but we'll see. And I expect it to be a campaign and a story, stuff that they kind of missed and that they needed and they dropped the ball in, which isn't, you know, there was that kind of transition there where games felt that they could just literally be good multiplayer games and that's it, you know, Evolve, Titanfall, Destiny. But the reality is you just can't do that. And one of the things that to me has always made Call of Duty a special game is the three pillars that they bring to you, with the horde mode and the zombies, with the campaign, and with the multiplayer. Obviously, it's known for the multiplayer. That's kind of what ends up keeping you going there. But for some people, the zombies keep them going there. And the campaign is always an awesome thing to experience. And those three pillars for $60 is an unbeatable match. The problem is, though, when you get a little bit greedy, you had the supply drops, you had the season pass, you had some other ish, you can't even get the stuff.